What is up, YouTube? My name is James. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video here today. And today I'm going to be talking about what my favorite new lens is. And so I made a video about this maybe like 2.5 to 3 weeks ago maybe. I was making a video on my 51.4 and my 24 1.4 lenses, both manual focus from Samyang and Rokinon. They're both amazing, but I actually got rid of the 24 1.4 because I got this new bad boy. And I kept the 51.4 for portraits and stuff like that because I love it. The details are awesome. The only drawback is that it's not electronically connected to the camera, so manual focus has to be a thing, aperture ring, all that. It's kind of annoying, but it's kind of fun too. And so the lens I'm going to be talking about today is the 24-70 2.8 Giammetta lens from Sony. And this lens is incredible. So we got it right here. This is the 24-70 2.8 Giammetta. This fits full frame Sony cameras, but can be used on crop sensor cameras like the A6000, etc. But the only drawback is that it will be 1.5 times magnified, so this will become a 36 to 105 lens on a crop sensor camera, which isn't that bad honestly, but on here it is a 24-70. And so this is autofocus and manual focus. The autofocus is incredible on this camera, really good, absolutely love it. The manual focus is also really good as well. It doesn't take too much effort to move the rings, but at the same time it doesn't take too little effort. So one little and it's all of a sudden it's completely changed and wrong from what you want it to be. This is it right here. We're going to take the lens cap off right here. This is what it looks like. So far with this lens, I've had it for about 2 weeks now, tops actually. And this thing is absolutely amazing. I used it for every single shoot I've done so far, and I could not be more happier with the results. So obviously this lens can't replace a really dope 14mm wide angle. It can't replace an 85 1.4. It can't replace a 50 1.4. Hell, it can't even replace a 24 1.4. Because depending on what you're doing, sometimes you need that 1.4 for that crazy depth of field on that 24mm lens. Which is why, I mean, it would be so nice to have that 24 1.4, but like, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. This thing though, regardless, is absolutely incredible. The fact that it can stay at 2.8 from 24 to 70mm is absolutely awesome. Now, this lens is probably the most versatile lens I've ever used, ever. This thing can be used for street photography, landscape photography, it can be used for concerts, it can be used for portraits, literally whatever you want. I'm able to get some crazy depth of field for portraits on this thing. You can go for 24mm, a dope wide angle shot like from below or something like that, all the way to a 70mm shot on 2.8. That also looks really good because the 70mm at 2.8 is still a lot of depth of field, surprisingly enough. As for concerts, 2.8, that's really good. You never want to lower the 2.8 at a concert, then it's really hard to focus because everyone's moving and stuff like that. And the ability to go from 24 like a wide angle at a concert to 70mm at a concert to get those close-up face shots, absolutely awesome. Really helpful tool to have in the photo pit when you're taking photos at a concert. And also for street photography and landscape photography, you can go for those really cool 24mm wide angle shots of like a street or something like that, all the way to a 70mm shot, zooming all the way down a road. And hell, you can even put aps-c on this and go 105 and keep zooming even farther. So that's also really cool. And also the best part of this is you get everything in between. You can get 30mm, 35mm, 50mm, 60mm, 70mm. It's all for you. It's all literally whatever you want, which is really cool. The best thing about this lens though is that I can be on a shoot and I might want to get a super wide angle shot, like of a person or something like that. I go right up to them, I get that wide angle shot. Then let's say I want to get the same similar shot but with 7mm farther away. I just shoot my camera in, I back up to where their body fits the 70mm, I autofocus, I click the shutter, and bam, it's done. Now I have two similar shots from two completely different focal lengths. They're going to give me two completely different vibes, if you get what I mean. And I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. That's so helpful, honestly, when I need to get different shots really quickly. I can't switch lenses like that. It's really good. Not only is this lens great for photography, but it's also amazing for video. Now, when you have a video lens, a lot of times you want to use primes like a 35 prime, a 50 prime, an 85 prime, a 105 prime, a 135 prime. But when you don't have all those tools at your disposal, you're gonna have to use something else. The 24-70, I think, is your answer to that. You can go from obviously 24 to 70 millimeters at 2.8 at all times. You can get those nice wide-angle shots of like a scene, setting a scene kind of, and then you can also get those 70mm shots of the up-close shots of people talking or something like that, whatever it is. I could use this for vlogging if I wanted to. I could just 24mm, set it up, and just vlog. It's so easy, and it actually looks really, really good too, as well. So I think that's really, really awesome about this camera. And overall, it's just the best lens to have on your camera at all times. Like if you're just walking around, I don't recommend putting your 50 on, or just a regular prime lens on, or even like a 70-200 on. You want to keep your 24-70 on at all times, because you never know when something's going to happen. I remember one time I was doing a project and I had to get a certain shot, and I walked outside my dorm. I set all my settings up so that I wouldn't even need to change my settings at all. If I had to take a picture, I could just point and shoot. I had this lens on, and all of a sudden some woman would get hit with a bike, and it was just the shot I needed for a project. So I quickly just pointed my camera and I shot the picture, and I got it. Now, I don't think it was that good of a picture, but it was for a school project, so it doesn't even matter. It just needed to represent a certain feeling or whatever. And so I got it, and because I had this 44-70 on, autofocus, and I just zoomed in a little bit to around 50mm, took the shot, bam, I was done. Just like that. But the thing is though, is if I had a different kind of lens on it, I wouldn't have the option to just zoom into whatever focal length I needed and take the shot. I wouldn't have the ability to just always keep it on 2.8 maybe if I was using a different zoom lens. But that's why this lens is so amazing, is I can just literally, whatever happens, I'm prepared for it. I'm not going to need a 24-1.4 in a random scenario. I don't need the 1.4. It's just not going to, that situation isn't going to happen. But a 24 and maybe a 35 and then all of a sudden a 70, yeah, that might happen. And that's why this lens is so awesome. So overall, this is like my favorite lens I've ever gotten. It's super expensive though. It actually is $2,400. Or actually, I believe this lens is around $2,300 retail plus tax and all that stuff, and a warranty. I think it's like $2,500. I had a student discount on B&H, so for me, this lens I believe is $1,900 plus tax plus the warranty for 2 years, which is like $2,300 now. But I actually got it off eBay. I got a good deal on eBay for like $1,700, no tax, including taxes on eBay, and it was awesome. They just fixed the focusing system on it from Sony before they shipped it to me. But one thing I have noticed with it, which sucks, is that the mounting, this lens here won't mount on any other camera. This lens here will only mount on this A7R here I have. Otherwise, it won't mount on my A7S. I've rented a Sony A7R II right now. I'm using that right now actually to record this in 4K, which is pretty dope. But yeah, I just, no matter what I do, this lens will not go on any other camera. It should be able to, but it won't. So I'm going to Phototech actually right after this when we get something to eat. Go to Phototech and ask them what the hell is up with this and how can I get it fixed, because I need to really make sure this lens can fit on the cameras, because this is like, this is important to me, because I want to be able to shoot video with this camera. I want to be able to shoot video with this lens on my A7S. Maybe if I'm renting the Sony A7R II like I am now, throw this on there. That's an amazing setup right there. That's awesome. So that's something that I want to do. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for the video. 24-70. If you actually want to buy it, I'll leave a link in the description below. It is very expensive, so I'm not expecting many people to buy it, but I do expect it to be on many people's lists of stuff I want to buy, because this lens is just, this is a must-have right here when you're doing professional stuff. Anyway guys, please do a like if you enjoyed, comment, let me know what you guys want to see next. New tutorials coming out soon, maybe even a BTS vlog. What? Maybe on my last shoot, that should be really cool. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for 6,000 subscribers. I feel like the other day I was thanking you guys for 5,000. It's crazy. I'm gaining like anywhere between like 70 and 100 subscribers every single day, which is incredible to me. It blows my mind. Which is why I want to post more. I want to post more for you guys, for tutorials, for stuff like this, talking about equipment, vlogs behind the scenes, all that stuff, all for you guys to enjoy, because I want to give it to you because you guys are showing so much support. And listen, guys, my name is James. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. This is the sound of the skin on the 2, 1.
Oh! There it is!
So, Logic followed me on Instagram apparently. That's kind of interesting.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
There you go.
Oh, that would have been crazy. Out here catching bangers. I hate myself. Like I do. I actually hate myself.
I hate you too.
Thanks.